Hi, I'm Jean Dewart, and I'm a backpacker and a PEEC volunteer. Today we're going to go over taking care of your food while backpacking and camping to keep it safe from bears. One of the first things you can take care of, whether you're camping or backpacking, is to keep your camp clean, to keep food in one place, to not throw trash around, to make sure you keep everything in order. One of the other things you can do is not cook very odoriferous foods. I'm sorry to say bacon's not the best thing to cook while camping or in the backcountry if you want to avoid bears. Then, to store your food, in particular with backpacking, the gold standard is to use a bear canister. This is a plastic-based can that's been actually tested around bears to make sure that they can't get into it. This one, we use a quarter on the top of it. You can see there's a couple of little slots. And this unlocks the locking mechanism of the can. And bears aren't too good at doing this. And then when you go to bed at night, you want to keep this canister a reasonably far distance from your tent, say 100 yards, like a football field, so that if a bear does come across it, it's not coming across you. It turns out today, bear canisters are required in a number of the national parks and some national forests. So when you go on a backpacking trip or a camping trip, you want to check the website of those organizations to see what their requirements are in place. In New Mexico right now, we're not required to use bear canisters in any of the national parks or national forests. While you're car camping, you can use a bear canister. You can lock your food in the trunk of your car, or in many cases, national parks and some campgrounds will actually have bear vaults. They look like a trash can, but they're lockable. So it's always good to not leave any food or trash out on your picnic table near your campsite. So now we're going to look at another way to keep your food safe from bears and from mice and squirrels while you're backpacking. And that's to use a bear bag.
To hang a bear bag, you'll need some long cord. Jean is going to use a 75-foot nylon cord to hang her bag. Second, you'll need a rock. An oblong rock with some notches in it works well and helps to keep the cord knotted around the rock so it doesn't slip out. Finally, you'll need your bear bag. A heavy-duty nylon bag that will hold up to rain and wind is a great choice. A plastic or paper grocery bag probably is not sturdy enough for this. Now, let's look at what to put inside. Put all of your meals, like freeze-dried foods, inside of your bear bag. Your trash bag should also go inside because it can be very smelly. All of your toiletries, like lotions, sunscreen, toothpaste, and deodorant go inside too. Granola bars and other snacks also go in, and be sure to check pants pockets and backpack pockets for items like this before hanging your bag and heading to bed. If you have room, it's never a bad idea to put your eating utensil and stove inside your bear bag as well, especially if you aren't able to wash these items well. Whether you're using a bear bag, a bear canister, a bear locker, or the trunk of your car, make sure all of these items are stored inside to keep bears and other critters away from your tent. Now that our bear bag is stuffed, let's look at how to tie the bag.
This bag has handles, so I'm going to put this little plastic clip there. And then I'm going to tie the handles down with a square knot, just so that the bag doesn't hang down from the branch very far for this particular bag. So then it's ready to go to hang on to the cord once we throw the rope over the branch.
Now that you have your bear bag assembled, it's time to find a good tree. Look for a limb that will allow your bag to be at least 10 feet off the ground. Your bag can be pretty heavy, so make sure the limb is fairly sturdy. If you can, try to have the bag hang at least 4 feet away from the trunk so a bear can't climb up the tree and simply grab your bag. Wrap your cord around the rock 4 or 5 times and tie a square knot at the end. Make sure your cord isn't tangled and is free to unspool as you throw it up. Ensure that you aren't stepping on your cord when you get ready to throw. Once this is done, toss your rock over your chosen tree branch. Sometimes it takes a few tries. Once you've got it, celebrate and get ready to hoist up your bear bag.
Take the cord off of the rock, and we make a little loop in the cord. I use a little figure-8 knot to do this so that I can clip on to the food bag. And there we go. And then I clip in there. And there we go. We got it up to the top. A lot of times it's really great to tie it off to a lower limb, but we don't have one on this tree. So one of the things I do is just gather up the slack from this, in the cord, and I'll start out by wrapping it around the tree a couple of times because that's a nice frictional hold for the cord. We'll go around the tree a couple of times. And then I'll tie it off here. You can use a taut line hitch or a number of different kinds of knots. And we're set.
We hope that this video helped you learn how to store your food and toiletries properly while camping or backpacking to be bear safe. Remember that these methods are not foolproof, but are some of the current best practices out there for being a bear safe adventurer. Happy camping and backpacking, and happy Bear Fest!